Hey, Mr. Tate, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. Thank you for meeting with me today.
Absolutely.
So I know this isn't normally how we do it. I'd prefer to be face-to-face, as I'm sure you would, but I'm thankful we can meet via Zoom today. So
Me as well.
yeah, well, like I said, I wish we were in person. If we were, I'd hand you my business card and all that good stuff. But since we have been communicating via email, you have my phone number and all of that good information, correct?
I do.
Okay, so no need for me to type it in and whatnot.
No, I've got it all.
Okay, well, I'd like to hit the ground running and get this started, but before we do, is there anyone else that needs to be involved in this conversation that you would like to sit in on this meeting?
No, I think we're good for now.
Okay, well, with that being said, I want to understand your situation as thoroughly as possible and try to help you as much as I can. So in order to do that, I would like to be able to ask questions and take notes. So is it okay if I do that?
Sure.
Okay, and if you have any questions at any point in time, please feel free to stop me and just be as blunt as possible.
Okay.
So via Zoom, I can't present stuff to you in person. I'd like to share my screen with you. Is that okay?
Absolutely.
Okay, so hopefully we don't have any technological difficulties. Fingers crossed. Okay, let's see. Are you able to see what I'm seeing on my screen?
I am. I can see it now.
Okay, good. So I would like to start off by going with an agenda for today's meeting.
Okay.
So I'd like to talk about your needs, what you are looking for in a system, some issues you may be having now. So that goes along with the current system's inadequacies. Then hopefully I'd like to be able to demonstrate how Salesforce can benefit you and solve those problems. And then hopefully get to the point of implementing Salesforce and moving forward with the next steps. Does any of that sound okay?
Yeah.
So do you have any questions at this point before we get into it?
Not at all.
Okay. So as we've said in our past emails, you gave me a couple of your employees to reach out with and try to understand your business and your situations. So from them, I've learned that right now your CRM system obviously isn't doing that well for you, hence our meeting. But the main problems they pointed out to me was that you have an inefficient tracking system. You're not able to keep up with orders, whether that be customers or parts. And then the main thing I have sensed from them is that your system is an Excel style. So you're just basically using spreadsheets. And that has created some frustration within your company. Your employees feel like there's a lack of support from you guys in management. And they also hinted at you really want a uniform system. Does any of that sound correct, or am I off?
Yeah, I would definitely say the fact that we don't have an automated system where I can go in and get real-time updates definitely is an issue. And we have multiple offices, which complicates that even more. So definitely, the fact that we've been trying to manage all of this via Excel is challenging because we definitely are growing at a rapid pace. And we need to look into ways to be more efficient moving forward.
Definitely, I understand that, because I understand that you are moving not only into 4 more retail locations, but a new business expansion as well. So you're getting into a new industry.
Yeah, that's something that we're definitely looking into, the expansion piece of it, as far as new locations that we have on the map is probably the first step into our key initiatives for this year. And with that alone, I'm looking for ways from a communication standpoint for our entire organization to have access to the same type of information and for it to be relevant information as well.
Okay, no, definitely. Those are some key points I think you will definitely need in your new business expansions. So with that being said, what do you think are some issues you have with your current system that are hindering those processes or those steps?
I would say the current system just isn't as robust as I would want it to be. It's good as far as the ability for our employees to go in and enter information, whether it be around a new client or upcoming sales and orders that they have. However, where it's not as robust as if I need to go in and run customized reports based off of various locations and different ways to slice and dice the information. It's a very manual process where I have to export a lot of the information and manipulate it on my own versus it being readily available.
Okay. So besides what's on the page and anything else, is there anything that I missed that your employees did not inform me of that you feel I just need to hit on today or dive in deeper when I explain Salesforce?
No, I mean, I would say that's what I just mentioned probably is the biggest concern.
Okay.
And the fact that, you know, there may be an individual who's not comfortable with using Excel.
Mhm.
You know, that may present some issues as well. So it's a combination of different issues that I see happening. And if we had something that was more automated, I think it would definitely be more beneficial for us.
Definitely understandable. So just a little more on this, and then we can go into actually how Salesforce will benefit you. I've learned that from the inefficient tracking and the Excel-based approach that you are losing customer information or some orders have not been fulfilled. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, well, I would just really like to show you that if that solution or if a solution isn't foreseeable, that you will see business continuing to be lost and you'll see profits go down. So I think that is something we really need to hit on today. And is that okay with you if we talk about that? Because that's definitely a
Yes.
big problem for any business.
Sure.
Okay. So with that being said, I'm gonna go into Salesforce now. So is it okay if I show you Salesforce and some of the benefits it has to offer?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, hold on one second. I might have to stop sharing to get into the next tab.
Okay. No problem.
So let's see. Okay. I think we're good. Okay, can you see Salesforce now?
I can.
Okay, so just kind of hitting this uniformity aspect for just a second. So this is the homepage for Salesforce. And this is what it will look like for any employee who logs in, whether they're in your Aiken location, your Nashville location, or your headquarters in Athens. Everyone will see the exact same platform or see the exact same page when they log in.
Okay.
Now, of course, you have the ability or whoever else makes decisions to see who has access to what, but just for the basis of the normal Salesforce, this is what everyone will see.
Okay.
So to talk about these real-time updates, excuse me, this right here is what we call our Salesforce Assistant, and it lets you know what is happening, when it's happening, and again, everyone can see this. So it might have different accounts like your global media here or your Acme account, which are obviously just samples right now. But it lets you know what's happening. Has it been overdue? Is it coming up? All of those good things. They're real-time updates.
Okay.
Does that make sense to you? Are there any other questions about the real-time update part?
No, that makes sense.
Okay. Now going on, I know you said that you're pretty good with manually putting in information. That system, your current system is working well for that. But just to show you a little more of how this can not hinder your exporting, because you said there's a lot of exporting going on and things are just all over the place. So this is just an example of an opportunity. So someone you haven't had made into an account yet, and it gives you the process of where they are. So someone's not having to update you. You can log in and see where they are at any point in time.
So the different stages are right there: needs analysis, proposal, negotiation. So for this particular opportunity, what stage is this one in needs analysis?
Yes, sir. So the blue highlighted tells you what they're in. The green check mark tells you what they've already passed. So they've passed the qualification. You've qualified them as a good prospect. Right now, you're trying to understand their current needs. And obviously next would be the the proposal where you guys would propose business together and it would become a serious opportunity or a serious lead. So,
Okay.
and so on and so on, your negotiation, and then when you close the deal. But also from this, you can access so many other links as it shows right here. So you can see who the people are to contact for this. Sorry, every time I put my mouse on it, it shows up, but it shows you all of the contact information, all of their revenue, etc. Any information you input can be accessible from this. So you're not having to go from spreadsheet to spreadsheet. And it's pretty easy for anyone to use. So it's not like you have to be a scientific or IT genius. You just type in the information and it's readily available for you.
Okay, so with these 3 contacts that are listed here, I'm assuming the user goes in and puts their influence percentage, and it basically takes the total revenue and splits it out by whatever percentage that they put in there for influence. Is that how that works?
Yes, sir. So
Okay.
if that changes, you can update it personally and the system will automatically update it for you.
Okay. Okay.
And then, like I said, Salesforce has so much to offer. So I don't want to overwhelm you. I just really want to show you what will benefit some of the issues you're having right now. So I'm just going to show you one more thing and then that's it. Like I said, I don't want to overwhelm you. Is that okay?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So let's say someone has been made from an opportunity into an actual account. It'll first pop up as recently viewed. So these are the only 2 I've viewed, but you can click on all accounts, your specific account, whoever's logged into the system. So again, this goes with the uniformity. You can see accounts that are in Aiken compared to accounts that are in Athens. And you can organize it however you want. There are specific filters and all that, but that's just a little deeper view into it.
Okay.
So as our good friends at John Deere set this meeting up, I just made a mock account for them. So what you'll see when you try to see their account is their name, the main phone number, and who owns this account. For this example, I own the account just because it's a mock account. And it's similar to the opportunities, but it gives you the main contact information at the front. It gives you their website, their billing address, the phone number, all of that good stuff. And one of the biggest things I think will be helpful for you is this activity on the side. It's kind of what's on the main page, but it's specific activities for this account. So obviously I have nothing made for this account because it's not real. But if it was your business, it would let you know that you may have a sales meeting or a sales call upcoming. You may have an incoming shipment from them, or you may be trying to get parts repaired by them. I think you guys do your own repair, but just in case. And then again, it has all of the relevant information you need all in one place. So it has all of the contacts, it has notes. And I think your employee said that you guys manually are writing notes if you're not able to keep them in Excel. So I feel like that's very scattered and very inefficient and can lead to lost information. So notes can be accessible via Salesforce. It's not just a CRM system.
Okay.
So are there any questions you have, or am I just missing over anything you think is important on this page?
For the activity that you put in over there to the right, does that also coordinate with Outlook?
Yes, sir. So you can hook up your Outlook email right there. So if you have an Office 360 account, you can go ahead. So it's all on the same platform.
Okay.
So I think that's all I really want to show you, because I think these really help your issues of customizing things and being uniform, especially if you are going to grow, which I will get into in just a moment. The version of Excel I'm really showing you is the Enterprise Edition. So you can have customizable apps and you can just have the access for your expansion. You can add on, whether it be in your landscaping maintenance business, or your continued retail stores for American Farm and Garden Supply.
Okay.
Okay. So with that being said, are there any things you need clarification on? Any things you're not sure about?
My biggest concern is cost.
Okay. So that's definitely something that is important. It's something that we need to consider. So with that being said, I just want to show you a breakdown. So this is your current CRM programs breakdown. And obviously I heard it's been very inefficient, but I want to look at it from a revenue side of things. So currently you have 80 licenses and that you pay $3,200 per license. So you're paying about $256,000 for licenses.
Mm-hmm.
And when you implemented it, your employees couldn't give me an exact number. They just said they know it was over $200,000 to implement. So I don't know how much over, but 200,000 plus to implement it. And then your yearly cost to maintain was $100,000. So it total cost you $456,000 plus to implement it. So I don't know if you are more closer to the 500,000 marker or above. This is just the rough estimate I was given or that I calculated.
Okay.
And then it costs you $100,000 each year to maintain, not including maintenance expenses or anything of that nature. So
that sounds about right.
okay. And then when you break this down, you're paying more than $32 per license. So just for one license to access your CRM system. And again, this is very inefficient. It is causing you to lose customers. It has shown that it's lost you a little bit of revenue. So this may seem like it's not that expensive as a system because compared to other options, it's really not. However, you are continuing to lose revenue. So you're paying for something that is not helping you. It is not making you gain revenue or benefiting you. So I just want to keep that in mind. Now, Salesforce, I'm going to go ahead and say it is a little more, I don't want to say expensive because I see this as an investment, but it does have more dollars to it. So with the Salesforce, I think you need, like I said, the Enterprise Edition, which gives you apps, which gives you customizable experiences so you can add on those new locations and for the new industry. It's going to cost you about $1,800 per license, and it gives you 220 licenses. So it gives you.
Just a quick question.
Yes, sir.
On the previous slide, you had 80 licenses, right?
Yes, sir. You only, according to your employees, they said they only have 80 licenses for your current CRM system.
Okay. And so how did you come up with the 220? Go down to the next page.
So the number of licenses?
Yes.
So I'm just going to break this down for you. So you get 20 licenses for your headquarters, for your headquarter location. Then you get 20 licenses at each retail location. So you currently have 6 locations and you're going to add 4 more. So this is including your expansion. You would have a total of 220 licenses.
So if I didn't need 220 licenses at the end of the day, would the cost per license still stay the same?
Yes, sir, it would.
Okay.
So if this is just including your new location, so that particular number of license, because we generally we don't require, but we generally recommend this amount of license with the size of your business.
Okay.
But so your total cost of license would be $396,000, and it would cost $25,000 for implementation. So with implementation, you can choose 2 ways to implement it. Someone will go to your location and set up and get all of your devices connected, and then they will stay and train your employees for about a couple of days, or you can meet via Zoom during our pandemic right now, and then we can train you online. That's all up to your preference, but the cost will be the same either way.
Okay.
So when calculated, it costs $421,000 to implement, but to maintain it's $396,000. And I just went a little further because I know this is expensive. So you want to see where your money is going. Is this worth it to you? So your revenue for 2020 was $518 million. If you calculate that cost to maintain, that's less than 1% of your yearly revenue. So just putting it in a big picture, I want you to see, you may think it's a lot, but it's really solving your issues. It's preventing a loss of revenue and customer loss. And it's only this much of your revenue, not even 1%. So I just wanted to put that into perspective for you.
Okay.
So do you have any thoughts on that or any questions?
It all sounds good. And it makes sense. There's just one other person that I would want to include in this process, in the decision making.
Yes, sir.
Before we made a final decision on what we wanted to do.
Yeah, no, of course, I understand that. And from my understanding, you've already met with Oracle, correct? And you plan on meeting with Microsoft next.
Yes, but I'm more so referring to somebody internally on my team.
Oh, no, yes, sir, I understand that. And after you meet with them and after your meeting with Microsoft, is it okay if I reach back out to set up that meeting to talk to both of them or both of you? That person may want to see what I've shown you. Would you like me to do that?
Sure.
Okay, so what day works best for you to meet with you? I will give you a call and we can set it up later, but when would you like me to reach out?
I would say the second week of April.
Okay. But thank you again for your time today, and I will give you a call on that day, or would you prefer an email?
You can give me a call. That's fine.
Okay. Well, thank you again for your time, Mr. Tay, and I hope this was beneficial for you. And I know you're a busy man, so I won't hold you up much longer. But
No problem at all. This was fun.
well,
You did a great job.
thank you so much. Well, have a good day, sir.
Thank you. You too.